take your camera, go into the middle, and search. You're going to find MS-13, you're going to find Middle Eastern, you're going to find everything.
He's seizing on unsubstantiated right-wing media reports that the Caravan's infiltrated by criminals and unknown Middle Easterners.
The reality here is there is no specific evidence. As far as we know, have you seen any evidence to support the president's claim there are Middle Easterners members of this caravan?
Of course not, Anderson. When you're going out there,
the president may be privy to more information than the bright lights at CNN headquarters and their reporters are ever privy to. Tonight,
Goma and konnichiwa. Plus, yabaseo. Will here, happy election season. Let me start that again. Of the POLIT'AI. Will here of the POLIT'AI CHI, happy election season. What else, Mayor? I'm not gonna get fully on camera. This dude really thinks he must be something. I just want you to pay attention to what's going on here. As a body language and facial expression reading expert. To go along with stealth and camouflage. Various aspects of training in my past. That's not important right now. Just take my word for it. So it is, folks on the left saying, well, there's no proof of this, and we can't corroborate any of that. This is it's part one of a three-part expose.
No, I think you're exactly right. I think the Democrats don't understand how frustrated Americans are that the Democrats really don't have a message other than we don't like Donald Trump. If we get elected, we're going to impeach him and everybody he appointed. We're going to open the borders. We're going to raise the taxes. Their message is one that's counterproductive to even Democrat families and independent families, and I cannot see this being a winning strategy. But sir, let me go back to the point. When you have this many people coming toward the border, do you have some women and children in there that probably need some assistance? Undoubtedly. But that's not the bigger point, is that if some of these Democrats who say, well, let's let them in, I want to ask them, how many will you personally take into your home, sponsor them, take care of them until you can find some way for them to get jobs and to be able to stand on their own feet? We're a great nation of immigrants. Thank God we are. But we're not a nation of invaders.
All right. So you saw that, right? So now I'm breaking it down in slow-mo for you. You won't get this from Teflon and nylon. So here's dude like a sergeant running the column. You get, in terms of body language, he's like, where is this guy? Is he looking at me? If I say anything to the camera, you know, some people, do I dare? Look at this fool. He's like barely 6'1" and 185. Yet everyone's very fearful here. Now here's the kicker. This is film taken from the weekend. I realize I'm a little behind on it. They're like, hey, what the bleepity do you think you're doing? It's pretty overt, right? Everyone looking back. I got a little longer clip to the end add on to this that just came up yesterday. But these guys, you know, when they say cartel this, no evidence that, really look at the chains being worn. He's like, hey,
Border Patrol of sort of, if you will, back office things that the Border Patrol has to do, thereby providing more Border Patrol personnel to receive these people when they come. Now, the law is very clear, and it is not in Donald Trump's favor, and I don't blame him for his frustration.
Punk-ass cartels. Yeah, I said that. Now, here's the extra that's coming on slow-mo. Seems to be like his lieutenant, this guy. Oh, yeah, he looks the same as everyone else. No. They're all looking back. Dink, dink, dink. Now, here's the extra I wanted to point out to you all. Like, hey, if you're not going to toe the line, you can get the F out. Does those look like happy faces getting ready to go to the U.S.? Or freaked out? You tell me. Oh, unless you're a Democrat.
Jenkins, who was right in the middle of a story about Senator Patrick Leahy. Finish it, please.
Sorry about that, Stu. The live views break sometimes, but what I was saying is that Senator Patrick Leahy was having a tour of this busy sector and getting a briefing from the sector chief, and it's very common, unfortunately, for agents to be assaulted by rocks from the Mexican side, and we were told officially on record from the Border Patrol that Senator Leahy's tour of the river with the Border Patrol came under assault from rocks. Now, we reached out to Senator Leahy's office. We have not gotten a comment. All this occurred yesterday. Senator Leahy, obviously, is not here any longer, but we called his office. We're waiting to get a statement to see what he has to say. And it's not a huge news development. I presume everyone's okay. The Border Patrol said they were all right, but it's a testament to what has happened. You talk to the Border Patrol agents here, and they say that being assaulted by rocks and other forms of aggression from the Mexican side, particularly from those trying to cross the river, was a fairly uncommon thing years ago. Now it's far too common.
Unsubstantiated right-wing media reports that the Caravan infiltrated by criminals and